Welcome back, fight fans. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about matchups in recent UFC history, Strickland's UFC 312, Loss, Broken Nose, Broken Dreams, or Opportunity. In this video, we'll revisit the rematch between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis at UFC 312 in Sydney, Australia. We'll break down the fight's key moments, including that brutal fourth-round blow that shattered Strickland's nose in 6 places, and discuss the impact of that injury. Is this loss the end of the road for Strickland, or the spark that fuels his future comeback? Before we begin, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our in-depth MMA analysis. Let's jump right in. In early 2025, UFC returned to Sydney with UFC 312 at Kudos Bank Arena. The event drew nearly 18,500 fans and boasted a gate of over $7.6 million. The main event featured a highly anticipated rematch, Dricus du Plessis, the reigning UFC middleweight champion, versus former title contender Sean Strickland. Strickland, known for his relentless pressure and unorthodox striking, had built a reputation as a fighter who was never afraid to take risks. However, his aggressive style often left him vulnerable to counters. In contrast, du Plessis combined explosive power with tactical brilliance. Their previous encounter at UFC 297 in Toronto had ended controversially, setting the stage for this rematch. UFC 312 wasn't just another fight. It was a test of heart, skill, and resilience. Leading up to UFC 312, experts and fans debated whether Strickland's sheer aggression or du Plessis' precise counterstriking would prevail. Analysts noted Strickland's impressive significant strike numbers, yet warned that his overcommitment might expose him. Du Plessis, on the other hand, was praised for his ability to mix punches, kicks, and counters. Rumors had even emerged about vulnerabilities in Strickland's defense, specifically his nose, which had been tested in previous bouts. Little did anyone know that this would be the focal point of the fight. The opening round saw Strickland pushing forward aggressively, using his signature jab and movement to set the pace. Du Plessis, ever the tactician, maintained his distance, countering with crisp leg kicks and measured front kicks. The round was close, with Strickland's aggression earning him slight favor on some scorecards. In round 2, du Plessis began mixing his striking, adding body shots and low kicks into his arsenal. A looping right hand from du Plessis rocked Strickland and marked the beginning of trouble. For the first time, Strickland's nose started to leak blood. Despite this early sign of injury, he refused to slow down, determined to stick to his game plan. By the 3rd round, the effects of that damage became clear. Du Plessis pressed on with increased precision. While Strickland tried to rally with his own combinations, his bloodied state began to affect his balance and vision. Du Plessis' calculated pressure gradually earned him the edge, with the round leaning in his favor. Round 4 was the defining moment. Early in the round, du Plessis landed a crushing right hand that shattered Strickland's nose in 6 separate places. In a scene that seemed both brutal and cinematic, blood erupted as Strickland's face became a canvas of pain. Remarkably, he attempted to reset his nose mid-fight, a moment that left commentators in shock. Despite the damage, he continued to press forward, though it was clear that every punch and movement was now marred by pain. In the last round, the atmosphere in the arena was electric. Strickland's corner shouted encouragement, but the physical toll was evident. Du Plessis maintained relentless pressure, landing strikes that left little chance for a comeback. When the final bell rang, the judges' scorecards, 50-45, 50-45, and 49-46, confirmed a unanimous decision win for du Plessis. Let's focus on that brutal 4th-round blow. According to Strickland's post-fight statement, his nose was broken in 6 distinct places. This wasn't just a superficial injury, it had serious implications. A broken nose can severely hinder breathing and impair vision, a dangerous combination in the heat of battle. Despite these challenges, Strickland's attempt to reset his nose became a symbol of his determination. Was this injury an unavoidable risk of his aggressive style, or a glaring vulnerability that opponents could target? That's a question still hotly debated among fans and analysts alike. In the immediate aftermath, social media exploded with reactions. Videos of Strickland, blood streaming down his face yet refusing to quit, quickly went viral. Legendary commentator Joe Rogan and other MMA pundits expressed a mix of shock and admiration. Headlines ranged from Du Plessis dominates in a bloodbath to Strickland's broken nose, badge of honor or weakness. Post-fight discussions focused on whether this injury was a turning point in Strickland's career and if future opponents might exploit it. The dialogue on forums, podcasts, and news outlets was as heated as it was passionate. This fight forces us to ask, is Strickland's loss a case of broken dreams, or is it an opportunity in disguise? On one hand, the loss is a major setback. With Du Plessis now sporting a 2-0 record over him, Strickland's chances at another title shot appear even slimmer. Critics argue that his aggressive style, which once set him apart, now seems to be his downfall. On the other hand, every loss in MMA offers a chance to learn and evolve. Strickland's willingness to fight through pain is both his strength and potentially his weakness. The injury might serve as a catalyst for him to retool his strategy, emphasizing better defense and smarter aggression. In many ways, this loss could become the turning point that sparks his long-awaited reinvention. History is filled with fighters who have transformed setbacks into comebacks, and many believe Strickland could be next. Breaking down the technical side, Du Plessis' approach was a masterclass in precision and timing. He mixed leg kicks with high-impact punches, capitalizing on every opening Strickland left. Strickland's style, built on volume and relentless offense, had served him well in the past, but here it left him open. His attempts to overwhelm Du Plessis became predictable, and each strike carried a risk. The pivotal moment came when his overcommitment left him vulnerable to that devastating right hand in round 4. From a tactical standpoint, the lesson is clear. In MMA, aggression must be balanced with caution, especially when physical vulnerabilities are at play. Beyond the physical damage, there's a profound psychological toll. Losing in such a dramatic fashion can shake a fighter's confidence to its core. At the post-fight press conference, Strickland didn't hide his emotions. His raw admission, "Losing sucks, but we all lose in life," struck a chord with many fans. The mental battle is as critical as the physical one, and for Strickland, this loss might be a moment for deep reflection. Will it break him, or will it forge a renewed determination to come back stronger? That uncertainty adds another layer of intrigue to his future in the sport. Looking ahead, the road for Strickland is challenging but not closed. The UFC middleweight division is stacked with talent, and regaining a title shot will require significant adjustments. Coaches and trainers are likely to emphasize a more balanced game plan, one that preserves his aggressive spirit while shoring up his defenses. Future matchups may force him to adopt a more strategic approach, particularly against fighters who excel in counter-striking. The narrative now is one of potential reinvention. Will he allow this loss to define him, or will it become the spark for a dramatic comeback? Only time will tell, but many in the MMA community are already betting on his evolution. Across the MMA landscape, experts have weighed in on the fight. Some argue that Strickland's willingness to fight through immense pain is exactly what makes him a warrior. Others contend that his inability to adjust under Du Plessis' relentless pressure reveals a critical flaw in his approach. In podcasts and panel discussions, former fighters and analysts debated whether this loss was a fatal blow or a wake-up call. The consensus is that while Du Plessis executed a near-perfect game plan, Strickland's loss also offers valuable lessons. It's a reminder that even the toughest fighters must evolve to survive at the highest levels. That concludes our in-depth look at Strickland's UFC 312. Loss, broken nose, broken dreams, or opportunity? Today we explored the fight's dramatic moments, analyzed the technical and psychological factors, and discussed what this loss means for both Strickland and the UFC middleweight division as a whole. If you found this breakdown insightful, please give the video a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more comprehensive MMA analysis. Do you believe this loss will propel Strickland to reinvent his game? Or is it a sign that his best days may be behind him? We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching and being part of our vibrant MMA community. Remember, every scar tells a story, and every defeat can pave the way for future glory. Until next time, keep your eyes on the Octagon and stay tuned for more exciting updates from the world of MMA.